rather make love to relieve that energy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Podcastin with Colossal. This is your girl, Ariel Marie, aka Baby Girl, and I'm with my host, Garrick, CEO of Colossal Step Entertainment.
What up, everybody? This your boy Garrick, the host with the most from Colossal Stepping Entertainment. Hey, we have with us my girl Lasanda from My Crown, My Glory.
Hello.
What's going on, Lasanda?
Hey, nothing much. Lasanda from My Crown, My Glory. What we have is nut-free hair products for women, men, and children. For basically, we made it for African Americans, but everyone else can use it as well. So, welcome. Thank you.
Well, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I know you are a busy woman, so we are very honored.
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
What's going on?
so Lasanda, tell us about yourself.
Okay, so I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a grandmother of 2. 3 girls, 2 boys. I say it like that. Okay, thank you. And a hardworking mother. I say it like that. So I say mother, grandmother, sister, all that good stuff.
So, how did the concept of My Crown, My Glory come to be?
Well, it was a number of things that started it. Back in 2020, at the beginning of the pandemic, before the pandemic even was a pandemic, before we knew about it, I had a surgery. So I started off with a surgery I had. Actually, it was a hysterectomy, and with the hysterectomy, ended up taking my hair out because the anesthesia that was inside my body. With that, I had major hair loss, and was trying to figure out what to grow my hair back. I was looking at so many products that I have in my cabinet that it wasn't working. So I go off of what how the doctors say, look at your labels.
Exactly, yeah.
They're really, if they don't tell you about nothing else, they're true about that. Read your labels, because your labels will tell you everything that's up in there. You may not know every term, but you can actually look up the terms and see what's up in there. So while I was trying to find a hair product that was going to work for me, I seen a lot of nut oils that was in the hair products, and I have nut allergies. So I was like, well, you know what? Maybe this could be a reason why my hair wasn't growing back, or a reason why my eczema was flaring up, because everything had like either coconut oil in it, or argan oil, or almond oil, or shea butter in it.
Because that's a form of nuts.
It's a nut. Like, I'm not allergic to peanuts because that's a ground nut,
Right.
but I'm allergic to tree nuts.
I am too. I just recently found out that
Really?
I had pineapples recently, and I found out I'm allergic.
Wow, to the citrus.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm allergic. I have so many
I
allergies.
did not notice because I never ate pineapples in my life.
Really?
Nope. I tried it for the first time and noticed that my throat was itchy and everything else. I'm like, okay, I'm allergic to birch tree pollen, so it has birch tree pollen in it. So
Yep, pollen, dandelions, weeds. It's so many different allergies you can have, and that's all. I have a lot of allergies. So with that, I was like, okay, well, you know what? It was like I had gotten laid off from my job at the end of the middle of September.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I'm good with that. I actually kind of like wanted to leave anyway. So that was like
kind of like a blessing.
it
in
was
disguise.
a blessing in disguise. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? I'm not a person who's just going to sit at home and not do anything.
Right.
And I say it was nothing but God, because in the middle of the night, like maybe 3:00 in the morning, it was just like I was up in the middle of the night in my bed. Just I had my nightlight on, and I was just writing. I looked up just hair follicles, and how many hair follicles you are born with, which is like, I think it was like 4 million hair follicles over your body, and it's like 300,000 hair follicles on your actual scalp.
Okay.
And I went from there all the way from the root to the toot, and all the different phases that your hair goes through, because some is like allergen phase, telogen phase, and all that stuff. And tell you when your hair is resting, when it's growing, and everything. And it's a seasonal thing and everything like that. And then I went to research what type of ingredients would make your hair moisturize, which would make it grow, antifungal and stuff like that. And just came up with a lot of different ingredients. And then from that, I kept on just weeding out different ingredients that I thought that would work.
All right.
So from there, I was like, okay, well, I need a chemist, because I want to make sure that my stuff is chemically correct, because I want to put this on the market. I said, I know this will help people like me who have nut allergies, so they can making hair grow and stuff like that, because there's nothing out there for people who have nut allergies.
Exactly. There isn't.
Right. So I didn't see anything if it is. So I was like, okay, well, let me contact a chemist. Then once I contacted the chemist, I told her what my formula was. Well, what I thought my formula would be. And I was like, okay, well, these are the ingredients I want to use. And she said, hey, okay, well, this is a guideline for you to come up with a formula. Like your formula has to be 100% formulated.
Right.
So it's kind of funny sometimes when I listen to people say, oh, they mix this ingredient, this product with another product. And I'm like, okay, you're overdoing it, because you add 100% of
And
a
that's
whole
like
lot of them.
cross contamination in a way.
Mhm. I would say use one product at a time.
Right. Just like test out, see if it works for you. If it does, it does. It doesn't, okay, on to the next.
Right. So I would suggest using a product at least the first 30 days.
Okay.
Continuously, consistently. Like if you use it for the first 30 days, you'll know if that product is going to actually work for you. If it's not going to work for you, go on to the next product. Don't just use it a day here, a day there, and then you don't know if it's actually going to work for you or not, because you'll say, oh, this product don't work for me. No, it'll work if you're consistent with it. Everything works if you're consistent with any and everything in your life. Yep.
Okay. So you doing all of this.
Mhm.
Full-time mom.
Mhm.
You're a full-time student. If well, you pretty much, because you got your masters, you got your associates, you get the only thing you're missing is your doctorate.
That's true.
So, how did you make time to do all of this?
Well, like I stated, I was off work at the time, so I had time to do something. So during my time, during the day and during the evening, I was, like I said, working and looking up the ingredients and stuff like that. When my kids are at school nowadays, or even at nighttime, it just depends on how my hectic life is. I would make my products. Just like, say for instance, this weekend I had to make hair butter this weekend because I already sold out of it. So I made different batches. Like I made batches of like 20 of like the hair oil or the hair butter. At a given time I have a formula. It tells me how much I need to use per gram, because the chemist will always say use it per gram, not ounces, pounds, or anything like that. Use it per gram.
Okay.
And it goes to like 3, 4, 3s, 8.27. You have to do it exactly how it is. So I have in my family room in my basement, I have I kind of like turned it into a family room to basically my warehouse.
Okay.
So I have a table down there. I have my scale down there, all of my cylinders to measure everything with, and all my chemicals that I use. My kids know not to really go down there to mess with anything, because I don't want them to get chemically burned or anything like that.
Right.
And then I'll just go down there and just print out my formula, make it. It depends on what it is. Like with my hair oil, it doesn't take too long. It may take like about an hour to make.
Okay.
But with my hair butter, it takes about 4 hours to make, because the process of, I have this powder that's in it called shea powder.
Okay.
Shea powder is it comes from Africa to strengthen your hair. So with that, extract the oils from the shea powder with the other oils. That's a 2-hour process, and you have to keep it on the stove very low.
Right.
Once that's done, at the same time, within like an hour time frame, when it's on there for like the first hour, I melt my mango butter, and then you have to freeze that for like an hour to make sure that it's solid. So it takes time to do it. Something that it can't be rushed. So I know a lot of people like, oh, well, your prices are high, or, how long does it take?
It puts in all the products I have to buy and the research, it costs money. So I need to make some gratuity from what I give out.
Exactly. So, right. So, like I said, that process takes like 4 to 5 hours, from measuring all the ingredients, put it all together. Then you have to mix it, blend it, and then put it in the jars and label it. It's like a 4 or 5 hour process in a given
That's
day.
like a full-time job.
It is a full-time job, but I don't do it every day, because it depends on how much I sell on a day, week, or monthly basis. So, and if I'm making 20, I may sell 20 in a month. So then I have to redo it like, once a month or something like that. And then in the interim, excuse me, I am still learning different things.
Right.
I'm coming up with different formulas for various products that I want to put out there.
Okay.
So I have those 2 on the market. Then I have my hair bonnets on the market too, the kids and the adults. But tomorrow, everybody, I would have the long bonnets that goes for braids and protective hairstyles. Yep. I have the edge bands coming out tomorrow too. So everybody who does their edges and want to put their wigs on and everything, I have those coming out. I have body butters coming out next week. So I have a lot of things coming out.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me ask you a question. So when you're doing all of this, how did you actually wind up getting your product into Walmart?
Well, Walmart was kind of easy. Um, with Walmart, you have to go to this thing called Walmart Seller Central. I think it's Walmart, yeah, Walmart Seller Central, online, and just apply to get on their website. And it's like various things you have to go through, the different channels to get on there and put in there like what your. Well, one thing is like when I started with the business, I knew I wanted to put it in the stores, so I made sure that I already had the UPC codes, which you go to like gs1.com. It's like $30 to get a UPC code to put on your products because you want to make sure that you're ready for any and everything.
Right.
So I made sure I had that. So then that's one thing that I had to have to put on Walmart's website. And then I had to come up with different what do you want to call it? Like different codes or whatever
Right.
to put on there so they can know the SKU numbers. I'm sorry.
Right. The SKU number.
Yeah, so I came up with my own SKU numbers. Everything for the products I came up with, from the words of what the description of the products is, the way how I list my ingredients on the package, everything on the package. When I'm saying everything for the business, I came up with myself. I had no help putting it all together.
Wow.
And I mean, it's very tedious, but it's something that you want to put together. And I make sure that what I put on the label is true and factual, like what the description of the product is it's to the T exactly what it is and what it's going to do based off of what the ingredients supposed to do for you. So with Walmart, like I said, it was very easy. Now trying to put it on Amazon was very, very, very hard. It took me months trying to put it on there, but once I kind of got it, it was all right. And I still don't already have it all together. I just had my first sale from there this past Sunday, so I'm grateful for that. But I'm still
Right.
kind of lost a little bit.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of still lost a little bit with that. And then I have my products in the store too,
Right.
at Solo Beauty Supply on 9011 South Ashland. That's the biggest Black owned beauty supply in Chicago.
Right.
So with that, I say that was a blessing too.
Right.
Last year, what I did last summer, I wrote down all the Black owned beauty supplies that I wanted to put my products in.
Okay.
So I went to all the ones in the south suburbs. I had a list for the city, but I never made it to the ones in the city. And it was just so happened like January of this year, the owner, no, I had posted on Facebook, and somebody who uses my products, I don't even know who it is. So thank you to the person who suggested my products to Solo Beauty Supply. I asked them, they told the owner about my products. And the owner actually came on my post and was like, "Hey, I want your products in my store."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Wow." And she was like, "Yeah, it was just word of mouth." And I was like, "Thank you for the person
Word
for
of
the word of
mouth goes
mouth."
a long way.
Yes. So I still don't know who it is, but hey, if whoever you are, chime in so you can know who. Maybe I can give you something for free or something, because man, thank you for that opportunity.
Right.
And I was just like, it was just a blessing, and it was just a blessing.
Right.
So it's thriving in there. The products are in there, the bonnets are in there. I have some other things I want them to sell too. So
Right. But
Yeah.
hey, anyone that has questions for Lysonda, you can call at 708-223-8953. If you have any questions for Lysonda about her products, man, we invite y'all to call in, man, because this young lady is someone you need to know. Man, like I said, she's doing big things. So let me tell you for you, how many states have your product been in now?
Oh, so it has been shipped to 31 states, including Canada now.
Oh,
And that's
wow,
within the last
Canada.
2.5 years.
That's a
Yeah, so
blessing.
I have the other 20 to reach this year. That's my goal, to reach the other 20 states this year, so it can be in the whole United States. And then that's my next year would be to go the rest of international.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but so are you looking to kind of get your kids involved in what you call this is your dynasty?
I do. Right now they don't. They have their own things they want to do right now. They're not looking into entrepreneurship right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't even want to halfway help me with it. They just want the money.
like mommy got it.
Right. They want the benefits from it, but they don't want to put in the work
that's
for
kids for you.
it. But I mean, one day they will. I do want to pass on the business to them. So this will be a legacy because my crown, my glory is not going anywhere,
Right.
especially with it being nut free.
Mm.
There are so many people who need these products, and I don't plan on selling it at all. Like it's gonna stay within the family.
Great. That's a great
Yeah.
thing, man. Because like I said, I've kind of always followed, like a lot of the vendors events. Because like I said, we started off, Colossal Events planning,
Okay.
and we did a lot of the ladies pamper nights from Navy Pier to the McCormick place, where we had over 500 vendors. And like I said, man, we just happened to notice that a lot of the vendors that we worked with. You basically be around all the time.
Okay.
And it was said my crown, my glory. Said, man, like, got to get to know this young lady because when you said a lot of ladies need hair care products, and then you get and then when you started involving the men, we're like, oh, we didn't forgot about, because a lot of times, I know a lot of guys like beard products, the ones that has the beard, then you got the one with the fro or whatever, now you have, products for men that, that actually help with us, help us as well. So, and my wife as well as my daughter, they bought some of your products,
They did.
and my wife like, I need some more. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some more for you.
Okay.
But again, we appreciate you because like I said, man, you've actually made this business boom. And you don't find too many African American females who are out here that who are grinding. I mean, every day. I mean, every
on top
weekend.
of that, being a parent and grandmother is like that. Because like the pandemic took a lot out of everybody. But the pandemic also opened a lot of doors for people to and do some more with their lives, like pursue their dreams.
Yeah, you know what? It's like, and it was a dream because as a kid, I used to always do my hair. I used to do like the finger waves or the ponytails. Or
You got more
something.
patience than I do.
I mean, I used to do that all the
like
time.
doing my hair at all. I'm sorry, I don't.
So I went
don't
from
have the
doing
patience.
that to doing my daughter hair because I had my oldest daughter at 16. So of course I was mother early. So I was doing her hair, and then it was like I wanted to go to school to be a beautician. I said like that, but I wasn't allowed to go to the high school that I wanted to follow that dream. So I kind of pushed it off. And even when I became an adult, I still never did pursue it.
Right.
And then it was like back in 2016, I started doing my own hair, like crochets and stuff. And my sister was like, hey, you know what? Maybe you should start, doing other people's hair. And I'm like, you think? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay then. So I started doing people hair and the crochets and sew-ins then back in 2016. Again, I never did go to beauty school and I still think about going to it. But now, so I'm thinking about more going for trichology because trichology, studies the scalp. So a lot of people that comes to me and say, hey, I want to buy your product. I have this issue. I got hair thinning. I got balding right here. And I would tell them, hey, I'm not going to sell to you right now. What I want you to do is go see a trichologist first. And with the trichologist, what they do is they go and they get a microscope and look at your scalp to see if your hair follicles are actually alive. Because if they're actually alive, I say, hey, my product's gonna work. But if they're dead, there's nothing my products can do. And I don't want no one saying, well, hey, your products don't work for me. And I know they work.
Yeah, I suffer from dry scalp, like bad.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Like
That's not DNA.
when I use certain products, it's just like my scalp just sucks it right up and it gets dry again. I'm like, nothing's working for me, I guess.
Well, that's because that's in our DNA. In African American DNA, our DNA is dry skin and dry scalp. So there's nothing that we actually can get away from. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you like to do in your downtime?
I say party in a sense. I like dancing. Okay, so I like dance. Well, I like spending time. So my ultimate thing is just spending time with people. I'm a people person, so I love spending time with people. Getting to know who they are, letting them know who I am and stuff like that. And then like spending time outside the house. I'm not gonna say party like that, but I like to step.
Right.
not the best stepper yet. I'm still a beginner.
You was getting into our set that
I
one
know.
time.
Look, thank you to Snoop who taught me how to do my stepping lessons. Snoop.
Right. Snoop, that's my
So
boy.
yeah, so
Snoop actually taught him. Actually.
what?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's my
okay.
mentor.
That's his mentor.
Oh, okay. So hey, you had a good mentor because he taught me how to stuff like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So like stepping, I love house music. So those two are my ultimate music that I love listening to any day, all day, every day. If I'm working, I put those on. They get me going. First, sometimes I put on my gospel music.
Right, of course.
Give me some
of course.
inspiration, and then I'll listen to those. Be like, okay, yeah, I'm getting it.
Right.
But like I said, spending time listening to music. I like bowling. I want to get back to skating. I haven't did that so long.
I skated for the first time my daughter 2 years ago. Like I haven't skated in a long time, but I was like, okay, I still got it. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to try and
learn
see.
how to professionally do it because I want to learn how to dance on skates and everything. I be seeing it on TikTok and Instagram. I'm like, oh, it's such a fun thing to do.
Okay, well, I know somebody on my page. Her name is Paris. She does all of that too. So you might want to reach out to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see, y'all folks, I know people.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know. Okay, so you got so you like to you like to skate, you like to have house, you like to step, so you basically really family oriented.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But this like I said, this thing is full time for you now.
It is. It's always been full time for me, and I'm grateful that it is full time for me. I say that because I grind so hard, and especially on the weekends, being at the various events. Like even this weekend, I pick up I had 2 events this weekend. Until today, I picked up a 3rd event. So it's like I do like 3 or 4 events by myself on the weekends, either Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday. And then what else? Like I said, full time. I mean, I enjoy it though. It's not like it's work to me.
Right.
It's my passion. I like doing it. I like helping people. That's the thing. I've always been one to always help people, and always been a person who will always open up my door to people.
Right.
I've always had friends and family come over, spend nights, live with me for months. I just say that's just my calling.
Right.
Yep, just to help.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
But so, do you ever sleep?
I do. I do. I make sure I get some sleep. I mean, it may not be 8 hours of sleep sometimes, but I go sleep about before 12 o'clock sometimes, and make sure I wake up around 7, 8 o'clock. Make sure my girls are up, going to school. Then that's when I have a little downtime to myself sometimes. Sometimes I just rest and don't do nothing. And sometimes I grind like today, tomorrow, Saturday. I definitely got to grind because I got to make some more products this weekend.
Right.
Like, how do you plan each day of the week with your kids and the business? How do you balance all that?
Well, depending on what I need to do. So, like, if I need to, like I said, like if I have to, I have tons of like my gross serum already made. That was easy. So I just usually do my hair butter, and that's only like once or twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
So after I plan the morning part, because the morning part can be strategizing and stuff like that, and strategizing with some of my business friends, because we strategize a lot. Some of my gold friends, I say, we strategize a lot. So I plan on, we'll talk, hey, what events we gonna plan on doing, get the events booked out, and work on my products. And then after I work on my products, go get the kids. It's like a revolving door. Wake them up, strategize products, get them. I may make some more products in the evening. So that's basically what I end up doing every day.
Okay.
Yep. Business calls, everything.
Yeah, that's a great strategy, though.
Yeah.
Because
you gotta have a plan. Because this year, me and 2 of my friends. Well, no, the end of last year, I came up with I wanted to see where I have been. Like, I started selling my products. I started the business in December 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start selling it until January 2021. So when I started selling it, I said, okay, well, I wanted to see what my financials at 2021, 2022, and just compare them. And I seen what the difference was. And I said, okay, I did make profit, which was good. And I said, okay, well, for this year, I want to make double than what I made last year.
Right. Always have a goal.
I have a goal. So this year, the other 2 years, I didn't have a goal. I tried to, but I never did do it. But this year I made goals. I said, okay, well, if this is how much I want to make for the year, let me see how much I want to make on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly goal, how I'm going to reach these goals.
Right.
And not just financially, but with my products too. How many products do I need to sell on it each day? There are days when I don't make a dime, and that's fine. So when I don't make it on the weekday, I hustle harder on the weekend to make those goals. So I'm saying, okay, well, I got to make these goals. And I do what I got to do to make those goals and exceed those goals.
Because you want My Crown, My Glory to be a household name.
And it is a household name.
Yeah.
Because I've sold to
do you
over.
plan on opening a boutique or a storefront or just?
So what I do plan on doing is I do plan on having a warehouse. There's a warehouse that I've seen that's actually in my area. It's like in Dalton, on the cusp of like Dalton and Harvey, that has been there for years unoccupied. And I said, okay, you know what? God got that for me because no one has had it yet. And I'm like, it's just waiting on me to get my stuff right, my financials right, so I can get in that place. If not there, I was thinking about maybe somewhere in Indiana to open up a warehouse, because I definitely want to employ people who need employment, stuff like that. And there's certain things I've already looked at how I want to do their benefits and everything. So I'm excited about all that. Yep.
So what did you do before My Crown, My Glory came along?
So before that, from like 2016 through 2020, I worked at this place called International Code Council. It was called acronym ICC. What they did was it was like a training facility for anyone who had who was an electrician, to get recertified electricians, commercial buildings, residential buildings, any type of code you can think of that goes along with buildings. We recertified them every year.
Okay.
Yep. So I was one of the training educators. Well, not educators, like I was called a learning consultant, and scheduling the classes every day, every month, stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Well, that's what's up. Because I know, so you got laid off your job, which was a blessing.
It was a blessing.
Because I said I know a lot of people don't really see, because when they get let go off that job, only thing they can see is that what happens now. But
it's basically when one door closes, another one opens.
Yep. And it's like I say, it's always a blessing in disguise. And then don't try to be lazy. Don't just sit there and say, okay, well, I think money gonna come to me. No,
exactly.
It don't work like that. You have to work.
You can sit there,
money.
be sad for a moment, but then you just have to, you know what? I have some goals that I did put that aside. Maybe it's time that I do pursue those and see where it goes.
Yep, exactly.
So did this vision come when you were working in corporate America, or did this come after?
It came after. Like I said, once I got laid off in September, it was like October, the next month that the vision came to me.
Okay.
Yep. So it was like literally the next month. Yep.
Yeah. So what's one thing that nobody knows about Lysandra?
I don't know. I'm pretty open book. I am. I don't know. Good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm open, but pretty much my real friends and family, they know who I am. They know I'm a generous person. They know I'm a nice person.
Right.
I give my last to anybody who is in need.
Right.
So, everybody pretty much, well, not everybody knows that, but a lot of people knows that. Right.
So,
okay. I don't know.
And you're also an Eastern Star.
A lot of people don't know that. Yes, I am an Eastern Star. I'm inactive, but I am one. I became one in November of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been, this year be 23 years.
23 years.
Yep.
Yeah. I came into the order in like 1999. So but I'm also inactive, because I didn't have time.
Yeah. Well, I had time. The thing is, like, when I was in the order, hail from Moses Grand Lodge on 54th and Ashland.
Okay.
The reason why I got out of it was because of some things that, of course, behind the doors,
right,
wasn't right.
Right.
So we kind of like broke up the chapter and started another chapter, and it still didn't work out right.
Right.
So I just ended it. I just walked away from it. A few of us walked away from it at that point, and we was like, okay, now do I plan on going back? Yes, I do. I say, yeah, I am. But since it's so time consuming, I plan on doing any type of social social how do you say it, like gatherings and stuff like that
Right.
after my youngest daughter get out of high school and go to college,
Okay.
because my focus is on them and getting them to college and everything, because that's
Right.
very important to me,
Right.
so that I want to get my personal goals, all of my personal goals in the way of them, because there's another thing I want to do too. I actually want to become a Delta too. So,
Okay. Oh, you want to become a Delta? Go ahead, girl.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Yeah. So, and you're a brand new Bradley mom.
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. So yeah. So like I said, I love education. I love for my kids to go to school. So like myself, I have associate of arts degree in from Olive Harvey. I have a bachelor of science degree with a business administration with IT from Chicago State. I have my master of science degree in human resources from Roosevelt University. And then my daughter, my oldest daughter, she has her Bachelor of Science, I think, in theater from Western University.
Okay.
And then, yes, my second daughter is going to Bradley. She want to become a pediatric doctor.
Oh, that's what's
Okay.
up.
Yep.
That's what's
So
up.
I'm gonna have a doctor in the family.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy, a chemist and a doctor, boy.
I know. Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But that's great, man. Because having a mother that that's big on education, and that's make sure that that her kids stay focused on what's important.
Mhm.
Because nowadays we don't have that,
Yeah.
because a lot of these kids are out here going crazy. And I understand this is still mental health awareness month, and so we kind of talk about it, but we don't talk about it.
Mhm.
You know.
definitely gotta check on your kids, because you never know what they're going through. My middle daughter, she had just not mental issues like that, but you know how kids just go through stuff,
Right.
and definitely talk to them and see where they're mentally at and support them in any type of way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, we don't get a chance to really talk to our kids about what's going on with them. Because I said, we have so much going on in our own lives
Mhm.
that we tend to forget that they have feelings as well. Because a lot of times, as parents, we feel like kids don't go through anything,
And they do.
and they really do. Because like I said, because you look up there, the kids killing themselves,
Mhm.
and because they don't have that outlet to talk to somebody about it. But it's good to see that that you're a mother who's big on education, who makes sure that her children are focused on their education and and striving for bigger things in life. Because we need more parents like that. We really do, because you look at life now. Life teaches us something totally different, and I can tell you're from the old school.
Mhm.
And those are people that came from the old school. We knew what it meant, to come, from under the extension cord, the racetrack, the mop, the
See, I ain't
switch.
go through all that. People call me privileged because my parents, they never did any of that. They put us on punishment. Like
Right.
I have an older brother.
Yeah.
Then it was just me and my sister in the
I ain't
household.
had none of that.
Right, I ain't
I
have
got
any of that.
whooped, but I got mostly groundings or
Exactly.
phone taking. You
Yep.
can't go outside.
Right.
Man, that's it. I really didn't get whooping as much, but
Exactly.
sometimes that doesn't work.
Right. Well, see, back then we didn't have phones. We
Yeah.
had pagers, maybe, but
See,
I
I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 16.
I didn't get my
I
first one until I was 20.
You see what I'm saying?
didn't get my first
See
cell
what
phone
I'm
until I was 16. I had to earn that. I had to.
Exactly.
'Cause I had to earn it with grades. Because if I had bad grades, I wouldn't get nothing.
Yeah.
See,
Yep,
but
I
that's
had
something
fun.
else. See, the way they punish kids now, you got to take their charger away from them.
Turn off
That charging
the,
the
turn
thing.
off the Wi-Fi. Because like now my daughter is a teenager.
Uh-huh.
I had set rules,
Mhm.
and she doesn't like them.
Of course.
because like I try to like my kids, like I try to be fair but strict.
Mhm.
And she's at the age where she's gonna want to start liking people. I told her you're not allowed to date till you're 16, because that's one time you're able to learn how to drive and everything else.
Mhm.
She's very responsible, but it's still at the age I want to be a parent. Like I'm not gonna allow anything. There's no company after 10 p.m. on weekdays.
Mhm.
And when you can come home after late is if you have an activity or something like that. There's no closed doors in my house. And like she just does not like that. I'm like, well, I'm a mom, and I
You know
know
what you went through as a kid, so you try to prevent those things. Like I told my daughter, Like you can't have no boyfriend until you're 17. She had him a little bit before then, but
I remember
just like, okay.
I had mine at 13. So
I'm not gonna talk about the age I had my first boyfriend.
yeah, but it's like, but now I have boys too. I was like, well, they might help with boys because she has 4 little brothers, so that might also help with the security part of it. And then like my boys are definitely, I love my boys too, but they're the age or they're different individuals, but they stand together because they're so close in age. But children just need guidance. They need that, fair but strict. Like, you need to tell your kids why you set this rule. Not just say like do as I say, don't, and not as I do. Like
exactly. And then like my kids, we talk about any and everything. They know they can come to me and talk about anything. So they call me their best friends because hey, they know they can just come talk to me about, like I say, anything.
Right.
Right.
I have the open door because who else should they get the knowledge from and the guidance from besides their own parents? I don't want them learning it from somebody else. They may be steering them in the wrong way, but I'm gonna steer them in the right way and say, hey, try this and try that.
Right, exactly.
Yep, do it this way. Don't do it that way. Now they may still try the other way, then come back to me and say, hey, you know what? You was right. Yeah, I know I was right.
That's what I say to my dad and everybody nowadays, because like I was as a hard-headed kid. Now I'm growing, I have my own kids. I'm like, I'm not ready. Everything that I put them through, I'm like, everybody's like, you're gonna get back 10 times worse. And I'm like, and now I have a teenager about to go to high school. I'm like, I tell my dad every day, I'm not ready for this. I don't know how you do it. My sister and brother being in high school, I'm not ready. He's like, well, you better get ready because this is what you gotta go through.
Yep.
And I'm like, I was like, luckily I have one girl because my mom had raised 2 girls by herself. And I'm saying we were some terrorists, boy. We were some terrorists. Like, but then it's like, and now my mom's passed on, and I just tell people like my aunt and everybody who tried to steer me right way, like you were right. That's it. You were right. Now because I understand more after bumping my head so many times, and that's why I try to prevent my kids to do is bumping their heads.
But you know what? They gotta learn their own too. No matter what, it's like you don't want to let them go.
Exactly.
You try to like everyone knows I shield my kids as much as I can, and that's like I'm trying to let them go little bit by little because they need to learn their own. Everyone's gonna make their own mistakes, no matter what.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what's next for Lasonda?
What's next for Lasonda? Opening up my warehouse. So, I am on a 5-year plan. So this makes 3 years. December makes 3 years. So within the next 2 years, I should be having a warehouse open.
Okay.
Yep.
So
with employees.
So
Yep.
So have you really because I know you say you want to do a warehouse, but have you really thought about probably doing like a chain?
I haven't thought about a chain yet. Now I have thought about having it in different states. Yes, starting in Illinois or Indiana first.
Right.
And then once I get it up and running, then see how it's going in different cities and states.
I know because I know having having your product in somebody else's store, but have you ever not really thought about putting it in different salons or?
Yes, I have thought about having it in different beauty supplies and salons and even barbershops because the men can, like I said, the men, women, and children all use it.
Right.
And I actually not just only with the products I have now that men can use, but I do plan on coming out with the men line specifically for the men.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. But man, we thank you for coming out. And
Thank
I said because you're a busy woman.
I am.
Every time we look online, you somewhere else.
I know, because y'all try to have me come to the parties and to the stepping events. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't make it.
Right.
I can't make it.
Your schedule is just packed.
I know. And it'd be a nice time because y'all got the event this Friday. I had the event this Saturday, and I'm like, I'm gonna be at a comedy event on Saturday night in Lansing because I'm going Friday. I'm going from an event in Madison to the comedy event in Lansing. Then Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna be at Jackson Park.
Money don't stop. It never stops.
It never stops. The thing is, it's enough money out there for everybody.
Exactly.
Right.
So you can be in the same industry with somebody. It's money out there for everybody.
And everybody can learn from each other what they're doing wrong.
As long as you got a good
else.
support team, that's what you need, a good support team. Someone who can listen to you. You can go bounce off of ideas, because that's what me and some of my girlfriends do. I'll be like, hey, try this. And they be like, okay, cool. And we bounce out ideas, events. We help each other.
So do you all do like vision boards?
You know, we were supposed to do a vision board January. and never finished doing that
Okay.
because we all got busy.
Right.
But maybe that's something that we can come up with and plan
Right.
for December.
Okay.
Yeah, because nowadays I'm on the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Okay.
So as long as you can go off of that and prepare early,
Mhm.
you can thrive with everything.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Yep.
But we want to thank everybody from tuning in this week. I just want to share a thought as we close out. I always say life is nothing but a vapor.
Mhm.
Here 1 minute and gone the next,
Mhm.
which is becoming the story of life. It used to be said you can be here in the morning and gone tomorrow. But now you can be here in the morning and gone before nightfall.
Amen.
Mhm.
Amen.
So we all have to understand is that we have to get busy and enjoying and loving life.
Mhm.
Create a vision, something that you can create. Whereas that's between you and God. And as you see, when God is in it, God can make great things happen. Lasanda had followed the vision God has given her.
Mhm.
Now it's called fire. It's spreading across the country. People are catching on that my crown, my glory is a reality for her. And it's become a full-time job. So everybody that gets tired of working for somebody, you got to understand that you need to create a vision, something that you can follow to make your life that life that you can foresee in the future. Because all of us live for what comes in the future, but you have to live in the present. So with that being said, Colossal Step in Entertainment invites you out on Saturday as we step in camouflage at the beautiful VFW post, 39 East St. Charles Road, 39 East St. Charles Road, starting at 8 p.m. where we party until 1 a.m. We invite you all to come out. You don't have to be the greatest stepper. We invite you out to come party with us, just to have some fun. Because I said, life is much too short not to enjoy it. Don't frown up at somebody because they go out somewhere. That means that you have to go out and get drunk. Just come out, get your dance on, go home. And because, Sunday morning we going to church anyway.
Amen.
I'm a preacher, so I can say that.
I'm trying to get back to my church.
So, man, we go to church on Sunday morning.
Yes, we do.
But again, thank you to Lasanda.
Thank you for having me.
Man, appreciate you. All right, everybody, we see y'all on next Thursday at 8 p.m. Peace.
Yeah. I see you, baby. Get your shot.